baking vlog. I don't think I've done a baking vlog besides the baking challenges. Or like a true baking vlog. We're gonna try my best. But we have lots of things to make. And then prep also. We're gonna start with making sugar cookie dough because the sugar cookie dough needs to chill in the fridge anyway, so we're gonna be making and decorating the sugar cookies tonight and make those. And then I think the matcha thumbprint cookies will also prep, and then maybe I'm gonna make the Mexican gingerbread, which is in the shape of a pig, but I don't know if we have all the ingredients for that right now, but I'll make those eventually. And then I'm gonna prep at least, I think I need to prep a pie crust for my chocolate pie, and then the filling for my pumpkin chiffon pie, because the filling itself, you cook it first and then it needs to chill, so then you chill it and then fold it in the whipped cream the next day. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm starting with sugar cookies right now though. I have plenty of eggs sitting out for room temperature to get down to room temperature. My huge vanilla bottle from Costco, which I freaking love because I never have to buy vanilla now when I come home. And then we're scaling up the dry ingredients for the sugar cookies. Always use a scale for baking because, you know, baking is science, and I love the scale way more than like measuring cups, because then you always know you get the exact amount. And then I have all this freaking butter. Of course, we bought the butter at Costco. We even have another one of these because I was like, oh, I'm gonna bake a whole ton while I'm home. And then I have the pumpkin out because I think I'm gonna start the pumpkin too as well. Guys, so we have a neighbor, Katie, whose name is Yo-Yo. And Yo-Yo likes coming in our house, but Yo-Yo does not get along with our other cat named Kiko. But Yo-Yo wants in. I secretly kind of want to let Yo-Yo in just to pet Yo-Yo, but maybe I shouldn't. Hi. Oh, okay. I measured out my flour, but I'm measuring out my baking powder. And a good rule of thumb, generally, because I'm in Denver, we have high altitude, and a good rule of thumb generally is when it comes to leavening agents, which are like baking powder and baking soda, when most recipes are not formulated for high altitude. I would say generally they're formulated for like sea level. But so my recipe says I need half a teaspoon of baking powder, and so what I have learned from experience and research is just a general, you can almost split the leavening in half for 5,000 to 6,000 feet above sea level. So since it says a half teaspoon of baking powder, I'm gonna put only a quarter in, and it should be enough for a good rise. I mean, these are sugar cookies, so they're only gonna like rise a bit, but just a good tip. Okay, I'm gonna prep the pumpkin chiffon pie. So I feel like my family and I have been doing pumpkin chiffon for a really long time because the chiffon pie is just so much lighter and way better than a regular pumpkin pie in my opinion. So let's make it together. But we basically my family has this binder of recipes, of like holiday recipes, and we just print them out and put them in here. So the pumpkin chiffon is in here. Honestly, I don't know where it originally came from, but it is very, very delicious and my favorite kind of pumpkin pie. So we're gonna make it together. We need to put gelatin, sugar, brandy, if using seasoning, egg yolks, pumpkin, and milk together. And then you cook that down over medium heat, and then you remove it from the heat and allow it to chill in the fridge for an hour or longer. I'm gonna set it overnight and then use it tomorrow. So let's put everything and measure it out in the pot. Gelatin, half a cup of packed brown sugar. Always pack your brown sugar. Okay, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, a quarter of nutmeg, and then we're gonna do a quarter of cloves. quarter of cloves. You would put a quarter of allspice, but I don't have allspice, so I'm just gonna leave it out. Okay, I have 2 separated egg yolks. I'm gonna use the egg whites for royal icing later, but 2 yolks. A quarter of salt. Okay, pumpkin is next. I opened the can upside down because the other side is messed up. We're on my scale, so I'm gonna tear it, and we're in ounces, so I'm gonna add 8 ounces is a cup. 735, 745, 750, 795. We're gonna take that. I was looking for my milk, and then there was a sign for Christmas baking only. Okay, so we have 3/4 cup milk, and that goes in here. Okay, now everything's gets whisked together, and we're gonna cook it on medium heat until we get a nice simmer. Okay, I think we're finally ready. Although my butter's not as cold as I want it. It is a cold day outside, so I think that's why it's sitting at room temperature is not making it that soft. But I just cut up my my butter a little bit more so that it will be easier to cream with my KitchenAid. So we're gonna add the butter and then the sugar and cream it up. Here's the butter mixing up, and then this is with sugar and butter. It's getting nicely aerated. Okay, the dough is all mixed, and I have a piece of parchment right here. Oh, and we're gonna lay out the dough and then roll it, pre-roll it, so then it does need to chill before we cut out cookies. And here is the finished rolled out dough. Okay, we're making royal icing now. But that's egg whites, and then I have powdered sugar and vanilla. And that's all we need. And I have gel food coloring ready and piping bags. I'm doing 4 different colors. We're doing the basic red, blue, green, and white. The cookies bake for about 8 to 10 minutes, and then they're all ready. And I decorated all the cookies with my sisters. Can you tell which ones that I decorated? These are the matcha cookies, but I didn't record anything before.